Hello, welcome back to DS1 MGTOW Brotherhood series, and I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Thanks to the New Black Alliance, thanks to DS1, and thanks to you guys, family. And this is part 2 to the 7 principles of brotherhood. Number 4, discipline. We need discipline, brothers. Discipline is just a code of behavior, a branch of knowledge, typically one studied in higher education. So basically, brothers, discipline is something that we must practice every day. This is not just something that we can just apply to one situation. This is something that we must develop into a lifestyle. We must have a lifestyle of discipline. Discipline must be part of our lifestyle. We must become disciplined on weaning ourselves away from negative people and negative things. And we must discipline ourselves to stay focused on the positive. Stay positive and stay disciplined on being positive. It may be hard, but with discipline, it'll really help us, fellas. And it'll help us for the better. Number 5, truth. We must represent truth, brothers. In order for us to restore our image in society and in our homes, we must deal with truth. We must represent the truth. We must tell the truth, and we must stand on the truth. This is a very, very important principle of brotherhood. If you don't represent truth or speak truth to power, then brotherhood is not for you. But if that's what you represent, and that's what you try to encourage people to represent, then brotherhood is for you. What is truth? Truth is a fact or belief that is accepted as true. That which is true is in concordance with reality. So truth is based off of your perception of reality. So if you perceive that the lack of brotherhood is what's catering to the violence in our communities, then that's your truth. And you should stand on that truth. And you can be part of the DS1 MGTOW Brotherhood. Now, let's go into number 6. Number 6 is optimism. Optimism. Brothers, we must become optimistic. Pessimism is the form of thinking which leads to negativity, which leads to negative behavior, which leads to negative results. Optimism is the direct opposite. It's positive thinking, expecting the best possible outcome from any situation. So we must become optimistic and looking at the best possible results that can happen, not the worst. We must begin to expect the best. But see, if you're not disciplined enough, it'll be hard for you to fight the pessimism. Because that's what they feed to us on a daily basis. They feed us fear. They feed us being defeated, being killed, being murdered, being robbed, being exploited. This is what they feed us in the media. So that leads to us having a pessimistic mind and a pessimistic thought pattern on life, which affects us in the long run. It affects how we communicate with our brothers. It affects how we communicate with our women and even our children. So we must become more positive thinkers, brothers. This is another very important key to brotherhood, just as well as the rest of them, but this is very important. And the last principle of brotherhood is vision. Vision. Brothers, we must increase our vision. We must. Not just what we see in front of us, but what we can't see. We must increase our vision. And what goes directly with vision is loyalty. You see, when you're devoted and faithful to a cause, you develop an optimistic vision on the cause. Then you'll be able to have the foresight or the projection for a future result. Then you'll be able to see yourself being successful without fear, without doubt. Not to say those things will never come into play, brothers, because those things are always at work. Those are the positive and negative forces of life. Those things are always going to come into play. But with these 7 principles, it will help us overcome that fear. And with these principles of brotherhood, we will help each other remain focused on the goal. And that's to restore our kingship. This is DS1 Ross. Shout out to the New Black Alliance. Shout out to y'all family. Stay tuned for the next video on the DS1 MGTOW Brotherhood series. Stay tuned for the next video from my comrade, the optimistic speaker. I'm signing out. This is DS1 Ross. Subscribe if you like the video. Like, leave a comment. Thanks.